Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to the Department Study Center. Today we are going to see the chapter of geography, and what is our topic today? Diversity and complementary of the physiographic division. There is a most important point here. Diversity and complementaries of physiographic development. You know that there is an important topic here. Diversity and complementary of physiographic division here. The India is a possess of wide variety of landform and there are relief feature. The India possesses a wide variety of landform and relief feature. It's a young fall mountain of the northern has very bold and sharp feature. It's a young fall mountain of the northern have a very is a bold and sharp feature here, and they include a very long as well as a tall mountain range. They include a very long as well as a tall mountain range, and towering is a mountain peak, high mountain pass and precipitous rivers, valleys. If in one direction lies very steep slope, on the other there is a gently slope here. It's if is one of direction of lies very steep slope, on the other there is a gently slope. If some part are without thick is a forest, there other are clad with is a varied is a natural vegetation from the tropical rainforest to be alpine grassland, and there rightly is a boast of the large snow field, and the glacier picture squares waterfall along to the hanging valley and glaciers lake like a Dal and a Srinagar. Dal and Srinagar is important. The youthful Himalaya rivers are fair to jump, leap and hop, forming waterfall, and rapidly and cascade on their ways, and equally is the Alps is inspiring are in the deep gorges, establishing balance between the steadily rising mountain range on the one hand and the silent down to cutting action of wetlands trans Himalayan river like the Indo Satluj and Brahmaputra on the other. No, not even to the handful of the countries can a boast of such as majestic and marine beauty of the youthful fold mountain. And this highest and largest mountain chain of the world has been embellished to Indian is a subcontinent to be deep. It's a unique sculpture by cuttings itself as a physical barrier between to the subcontinent and the rest of Asia. Whereas even more effective is it is a role as a climatical divide. And this physiographical division act as a storehouse. You know that this physiographical division act as a storehouse of snow and water. Snow of and water, and giving rise to the hundred of perennials river to be drained and irrigate one of the world as the largest and most fertile plants here. In fact, the plants themselves are a gift of this mountain and river flowing from them. It is also a storehouse of hydel power and fuel boots, timber, and various forest product. And medicinal herbals, no extending some are strange wildlife species. No wonder if this region is able to be attract is a tourist from far and near, both in summer and winter here. The northern plan are is a matchless expanse, and this flat or dead is a level plants are mostly well drained and fairly well irrigated, and through the use of surface and ground water. The main rings river, Oxbow, Lakes is drained rivers, channels, and a means of distributary help to break the monotony of this extremely level of plan. One of forest land, it has now been to both under to the fog almost full. The lower part of the deltas are rebonded with the mangrove or tidal forest. This will water-rich plants supported by the high fertile soil. There is an important point. This well is water-rich is a plant supported by the highly fertile soil and produced a variety of crops and year after year sustaining their very large is a chunk of the world population, and they have also been to supporting to equal large bodies population here. They are one of the world's largest food basket. There is an important point here. They are one of the world's largest food basket producing of the careless pulses, oil seeds, vegetables, fruits, beside in industrials and cash crop like cotton, jute, sugarcane and the like. That is important. In a sharp contrast with the northern mountain and plains stand the hills of the moderate altitudes and a highly denuded rocky landscape and representing one of the oldest is the landmarks of the world. The peninsular block of India, it is a rounded hill and flat topped ridges have a beauty and their oven. The varied is a metaphorics and all granites rock have a given rise to be hill, plateaus and floating rocks. Furthermore, is a best let is a Deccan Travel on Western India has it is a typically flat and rapid hill and ghat are stake-like. A structure. It is a deep wall like is a escarpment run for a maze and mile without interrupting. Overlooking their Arabian Sea, their beauty need to be seen and to be believed. The physiographics division is now for the malt and the various industry crops such as the cotton, sugarcane, coffee and groundnut here. The more importantly, it is a storehouse of minerals and especially their ferrous ones and minerals fuel like coal and atomics and radioactive minerals. They have also a sizable hydel power resource. They thus provide a sound base to develop both agro-based and mineral-based industry here. The coastal strips are rebonded with there is a coastline which is partly is regular and partly is indented. The latter has provide us spacious natural harbors like Mumbai and is mangoes. The coastal strips are island groups have ideal is a condition to tap deep and shallow water fisheries. And the coastal plain in the east have a very fertile deltas and provided to rice bowl. If it is a coastal emergence in the eastern coastal, then there a major part of the western coast is a total of submergence. These plants are rocky and highly eroded. The rice, coconut, rubber, tobacco and spices are some of the agriculture produced here. And off the shore is oil, natural gas. Field has also been to localized if the Lakshadweep are of the coral origin. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a peak of emerging mountain chain. And these islands are of the great strategic as significance to be a defense of the mainland and there face 7 different countries across the east washing their shores. There are stores here Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Sri Lanka. And the islands are known as the fishing, forestry, and tourism here. And this is how to the great diversity of macro and micro relief of features and land form has a contribute to entire our culture and as to agriculture potential and grow is almost every crops like a strong foundation of modern industry is a making all the physiographical division totally interdependent one the another. There is an important point here diversity of macro. Macro mean here is a large number and the micro is a small number. There is a most important relief feature here present on this area.